Good evening and a warm welcome from the Wigwam, Whitley Bay, as the Warriors are taking on the Billingham Stars in the second instalment of this 6-game series against their local rivals. I'm Adam Mackman, and joining me as always is Dan Orr. Dan, how's it going, my friend?
Yeah, spot on, Adam. Cracking game between these two sides last week. Shame I couldn't see it, but it looked like a good one. It was the Warriors breaking out the party sausages at the end of that game with an overtime win, courtesy of Phil Edgar, who had a great game after his vacation. So I'm looking for some more of the same tonight. Good crowd in, and hopefully it'll be a good game of hockey.
Well, we are getting ready here for the puck drop, and it's going to be the Dean Hodden line, which starts for Warriors up against Callum Davies of the Stars. He's got Michael Elder with him, and we're underway. They're still not moved from the face-off spot, though. That's a bit of a slow start getting going. They've got Tomasz Rubesh as well, one of the two imports the Stars have got. Straight from the off here, Warriors going towards goal. A quick sighter there from Callum Watson. Watson gets it back to Ben Campbell. So it's interesting to see this line has changed. No David Longstaff on this top line. He, of course, leads the Warriors in goals this season and points. Davis collects the puck deep in his own zone. Watson wins it back, sends it around the boards. Ben Campbell will collect. He's got Harry Harley pinching up with him if he could use him, but he finds Callum Watson instead. Then Campbell gets a return pass, but that's taken away from him by young Dylan Hare, son of Simon Hare, who spent stints with both Billingham and Whitley in his past. And the Stars look to carry this one out now with Davis. That's hit one of the players on the way through. Falls nicely though for Andy Finn. He'll just dump that one in. And collected by Harry Harley, swept back out the zone as the Stars go for a line change. Silar will let that one sail past him. James Moss also out on this line with Thurston. So the second of the two imports, Silar, as the Warriors have got the Phil Edgar even line out there. He was the hat-trick hero last week, including the overtime winner. So the Stars, I'm sure, will be paying extra special attention to him this evening. He's got Ross Murray with him and Callum Queenan, so the same lines as last week for the Warriors in that respect. As this one's carried out from the back by Liam Smedley. There's action going on in front of the Billingham bench. We just lost sight of the puck for a second there, but it's back out now as the Stars. Poor turnover by Silar, and the shot from Richards was a rising shot, but just flew straight over, Dan.
Yeah, snatched it that little bit, Richards. He was presented with it out of the blue, but he got under it and skied it quite a bit. But Warriors have had more of the puck in the Stars zone, and the crowd seem to be into it. Yeah,
they do. There's action in the corner. It's dug back out by Jordan Barnes, and it's the Warriors who are cycling it well. Roland Greetowns, who's up from the back as well. He's being manhandled a little bit there by Michael Bowman. Bowman, the old campaigner who's still with the Stars, somebody you would have played against, Dan, of course, back in your Warriors days.
Yeah, definitely, and you were mentioning Hare before there as well. Often butted heads against Hare as well, yeah. So there's a couple of old faces still on there. Yeah,
and the first action in a Stars jersey this season for Chris the Thumb Sykes, who has left the Leeds Chiefs to come back to Billingham after only a few weeks away.
Yeah, I wonder how Sam Zajak's coping with that setup. I know he's got a good hockey head on him. He's been about the business, so I'm sure he can only bring good things to the Leeds outfit.
Yes, absolutely. He's going to be a great coach there, I'm sure. Sam, a bit difficult for him to have all their games on the road while they're still waiting for the ice at Leeds to be ready, but I believe that's due to open in a month's time as a sighter from distance is turned away by Richie Lawson. That's cleared out. Watson with the rink-wide pass for Dean Holland to chase onto. That's dug out by Ben Davison though. He's on a defensive pairing with Andy Finn for a time being. Now Chris Sykes collects it deep in his own zone and slips out wide for Emerson. That's picked off though by Harley, who sends it deep into his own. Ben Davison will dig this one back out. Callum Watson closing in, and then Ben Campbell, he'll lose possession of it, but gets it back as a clearance comes off the back of Michael Bowman and back into play, still with Campbell. Bounces it off Emerson, that comes nicely for Watson. He gets a cut back for Maddock, but a rising shot once again come off the elbow of Watson, and I'm sure he'd just be happy to get some part of his body on that one.
Yeah, good vision by Watson there to pick out the trailing man in Maddock coming out from the point, and he's caught it quite well with a snapshot for the top block side, but it's good elbow save by the Stars keeper, and it'll be a face-off in the Stars zone. Yeah, the Edgar line back out there then. Up against Callum Davis. It's won by the Canadian, who's celebrating his birthday today, so many happy returns for him. And Edgar slips it forward to Ross Murray, who tried to just slide that one in, and I think it's
but somehow got caught underneath Watson. I won't want to take a guess exactly what part of his body he stopped that with.
Yeah, it's a good setup there by Edgar for Murray on the back post. He didn't quite catch a hold of it, but it was a good save under the pads of the Stars keeper.
Edgar loses out on the draw this time to Davis. The Stars will get it back, and it's cleared out by them, collected by Gritons, who dumps it back in. Ross Murray will give chase. He's looking to go around his man here, which he does just about past. Can't quite see who that was he was with.
Turnbull, I think it's
Turnbull. Yeah,
good hit there by Turnbull. Followed Murray well into the corner and took his man.
Well, it's a Turnbull's jersey, but of course he's a goalie, so I'm pretty sure it's not him playing as an outskate. I don't know who's wearing that jersey. We didn't get it on the team list before the game.
Yeah, well, that's I fell for that cloak and mirrors trick, smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, a little bit. We're going to get the puck and the face-off coming out the zone. So once again, the Stars are utilising their top two units here, it seems, and it's the James Moss line that's out there now. Carl Ross wins a draw, gets it back to Craig Johnson across to Dan Pye. Pye will dump it in. That will be turned aside by Watson. Into the corner there was Jordan Barnes. That's hooked out by the Stars. They'll look to try and counter here with Thurston. Thurston, who scored a cracking goal last week, who's had a bit of a journeyman career, played some time in America as well, in Wyoming. And that one slipped through. That's cleared by Dylan Hare, only as far as Craig Johnson, who carries it forward. He fires, and then he'll try to collect his own rebound, but Stars will get it away.
Yeah, Johnson had all the time in the world to walk in there, no one pressuring him at all, and he had his pick of the goal, but it was another good save by the Stars keeper.
Poor clearance by Maddox. He's first and keep it in the zone. Stars, who have been on the back foot a little bit at the start of this game, almost having some time in the Warriors zone, but they'll get it clear now, will the home side. Watson. Callum Watson, I should say, digs it out, goes for that one, he shoots and scores, and he beats his namesake like a rented mule there. Warriors get the breakthrough, 1-0.
Yeah, Watson's good at coming out from that behind the goal sort of position. He likes to try his wraparounds, but he turned the defenseman inside out with a nice spinorama and slotted it coolly in the bottom corner. But yeah, Watson's been looking dangerous, and he's got his just desserts there.
Yeah, absolutely. Great way to break the deadlock early on as well. And I'm sure Callum Watson will be pleased to get that goal. He's gone a few games without one. And enjoying life on this top line with Ben Campbell and Dean Holland.
Yeah, I like this line. It's got speed and big composure at centre ice there with Holland. He's got good experience, and he can lead this line well.
Yeah, absolutely. As that one's cleared by the Stars, comes all the way back down. That will be icing, I should say, about the officials. We've got Dave Emerson again, refereeing, and Dave Farron as well, who's one of the linesmen this evening, so who we know quite well outside of the hockey.
Played in the junior development. I know he plays rec hockey now, but he always does a good job on the lines, does fuzz. He's a good linesman.
Yeah, known as Fuzzy Duck, isn't he?
Yeah.
He plays for the Durham Dragons in the rec level. Had a good season as well. He's a decent player, and also officiates games in the Elite League, so experienced guy, of course. As Ben Campbell is ushered away by Ben Davison. Good defending by the Stars, number 18. As both sides just trying to dig it out. It's stuck along the boards. The Stars will get it out. It's collected by Chris Sykes, who's getting a few boos from the home side here, as you'd expect. Carries in. Maddox won't let him get past him, though. He looks like a thumb is the chant. That's a good one started by Bobby Dixon a number of years ago as Colin looks to go around his man, but good defending by Helens. Just stops the Warriors captain from getting towards goal, but he won't give up. Will Dean, he'll take it around another man. Good cut back, winds up a slap shot. That was would have been some goal if he'd finished that, but once again it's all the Warriors going on the front foot.
Yeah, some good pressure by the Warriors, and Holland getting stuck in there. He's had a couple of opportunities that didn't quite get through on goal, but he was hungry in that shift.
Yeah, Gritons gets it free. Smedley will wait for it to come back off the boards, then Gritons behind the net again, and that was almost put home with Edgar coming on as well, almost batting that one out of mid-air. Still with the Canadian. Can he get a shot away? He will. Rising shot. That one's blocked by the Stars, by Helens, I believe, just in front of Watson. And then Gritons with a cut back. Queenan got a little nibble on it, but couldn't really get a clean connection. And the Warriors will have to come out the zone. Smedley goes rink wide. That won't be collected by it was Jordan Barnes on the far side, but he'll let it go through. And then that one's cleared by the Stars. Richards will tip it back in. Good defending by Dylan Hare. His older brother, of course, is with the Leeds Chiefs now. comes back out. It's with Andy Finn. It's been all Warriors early on, but Davis has got it into the offensive zone now, and the shot coming in, a deflection come up, and that's going to hit the roof, and we'll get a stoppage.
Yeah, decent 3-on-2 there, and opted for the shot. It took a clip off a skate and went up into the bowling alley tinning, but a little bit of positive play there by the Stars, and they're pushing for a little bit of an attack here with a face-off in the Warrior zone.
Yeah, Callum Davis will go in for the Stars, and it's the Warriors who will win it though. Comes back out, good draw by Dean Holland, and it's fallen nicely for Ben Campbell. Finn though, and a combination of Finn and Davison worked well just to stop the Warriors man from getting behind.
There was safety in numbers there to do with Campbell.
Yeah, they dealt with him largely well last week. I know we got a couple of goals, but they did seem to have shut him down somewhat for the majority of the game. As Campbell looked to go through goal there, just maybe didn't get the power on the shot at the end, but he had the hands there and seemingly done all the hard work.
Yeah, nice move by Campbell. Took it on with his favourite forehand and went high, but it was a good catch saved by the Stars keeper, and another face-off in the Stars zone.
Yeah, we'll get a face-off to the left of Mark Watson's goal then, with James Moss going in for the Stars, Phil Edgar for the Warriors. As the puck's dropped, and it's the Warriors who win it. Ross Murray tangling a little bit with hair. Comes nicely for Edgar, fires, comes off Watson, good glove save, just palms it away into the corner. Comes back out, Thurston trying to get it back to one of his teammates. It will fall for Moss now, and Moss trying to release him, but that will be gloved by Gritans and controlled by the Latvian defenceman.
I've noticed Edgar dropping back for Gritans if he wants to go on a little run up front there, but he's always good cover for the D, Edgar. If they ever go down the ice, he's always back to cover for them, so yeah, he's a good all-round player. Yeah,
just to tell people for the uneducated that you can now have both Gritans and Edgar on the ice at the same time, because Edgar, despite being Canadian born, has got a British passport. Both his parents are from Tyneside, so Warriors can ice a pair of them at the same time. As we're going to get a face-off draw. Well, we're not sure where it is at the minute. The officials have moved it from one end of the rink to the other. Now they've brought it back out the zone. As Stars will win it, and then Moss tangling a little bit with Carl Ross. Pye will get it clear, and then Jordan Barnes will chase onto this one. Got a late whistle there, very late in fact. I think that's for offside, but Jordan Barnes had advanced quite some way by the time the whistle had gone.
Yeah, I think he was still getting over the embarrassment of not knowing where the face-off was. He was took him a bit of time to blow the whistle, but he got there in the end.
He certainly did, yeah. We'll get a face-off draw on the just outside the Stars zone on the left-hand side. Barnes has got it again. Tries to go around Emerson, and then Ben Richards coming in as well to help him out. Some good hits by the Warriors coming in. It's Emerson still got Barnes up in the corner here. Barnes struggling to get free, but he has possession of it for a time being. Emerson just ushering in behind the net, and then Ben Richards doing well in the slot, just trying to get a shot away, trying to grab the puck back off the Stars defenseman, but Chris Sykes has it now. As a big hit by Jordan Barnes. Sykes cheating in there a little bit, and that was Jordan Barnes making sure he couldn't advance any further.
Yeah, good back check by Jordan Barnes there, and caught Sykes. It was a fair hit, but after the last home game we've seen a couple of dubious calls. I mean, they were a bit harsh, so they do need to be careful when making them hits from the side.
Yep, as we found out, as you say, from the other week with Dean Holland's 2 10-minute penalties, as Ben Campbell tries to go around his man. He'll keep it, he'll have to dig it out the corner. O'Hare losing his stick. He lost a skate blade last week, and took some time for him to fix to get back on the ice. That's unfortunate for him, of course, as we get a whistle on the play. I'm not entirely sure what that was for, because Campbell had possession of it behind the net.
Yeah, he's called a high sticks. I think it's come off the back of the goal, and it did go shoulder height. Maybe not quite that high, but the referee obviously had a better view than we have from up here, and he's give a face-off outside the Star zone.
Yeah, indeed, and we'll get a face-off, towards the players' entrance side of the rink, the opposite side to where we are. Dean Holland will go in for the draw up against Cal Davis, and it's Holland who wins it, gets it back. Very heavy touch, and that has to force Josh Maddock to drop back to gather it. He's been quickly closed down. Harry Harley's going to have to go with him, and pinching in there was Ben Davison, still with Davison, and he slips it forward. And shot again from Davison as he got the puck back, but from distance, so it didn't trouble Lawson too much trouble, just had to get it around the pipes. As Campbell will gather on the right-hand side, he'll look to take it into his own. He's got Holland and Watson with him, goes towards goal, and Holland gambled on it, but I think Campbell went for a shot himself there.
Yeah, Campbell just threw it on the goal with the hope that the rebound would come back out for his teammate, but it didn't quite come off. He had a few options, but I think he took the wrong one there.
Yeah, I think so as well. Smedley jumps that one in. Watson will just touch that one up, allows one of his teammates to gather. I think it's Andy Finn behind the net, and he'll get a return pass, and that's forced a turnover. Queenan wins it back. Queenan slips it back to Smedley. Smedley around the boards to Edgar. And Greetown's looking to get open here. He collects the pass from the Canadian, and Greetowns will have to sweep it back round as the chance is sort of gone, but good idea, and he gambled on that move.
Yeah, Edgar and Greetown's linking up well there. I like the way they're changing positions and changing.
Yeah, Queenan slipping in towards goal there. A little poke check from Watson, just put the puck away from him, but again, he looked like he wanted to try and walk that one in almost, Queenan, but good opportunity.
Yeah, tried to cut straight across the goal and catch a keeper flat-footed, didn't quite come off.
As that one will be collected by Barnes in front of his Zamboni entrance. Forward to Edgar. Edgar goes around his man. Can he get the finish away? No, good work by Finn again, and forces his man wide. Edgar having to play the puck while he was down on his knees there. He just slipped. And Barnes, he will collect the puck, sends it around the boards to Ben Richards. Richards nicely set up for Barnes, but that sweeps out wide to Carl Ross, who's playing as a forward again this weekend. He was back on D last week. Barnes once again. His younger brother Jacob was the mascot for this evening. I've heard he's fond of a balloon or two. Ask his dad about that story if you want. As Thurston's got the break on here. Can he get his shot away? No. Great work by Johnson, just enough to put him off. I think Thurston fanned on it really. Yeah,
definitely fanned it. Didn't catch it at all, but it was a good break. He broke with speed, and it was a good opportunity, but he just didn't get any mustard on the shot. And Lawson was quite happy just to make the easy save in the end.
Yeah, it was. Say Thurston had a storied career. He's 24 years old. He is from Billingham originally, but does have a sort of an American accent now from his time playing for the Cheyenne Stampede up in Wyoming.
Yeah, he received that pass well there and broke with speed. It was he just didn't get anything on the shot, but he does look dangerous.
He certainly does. He said he scored a rocket of a shot last week, and has spent time in the higher leagues as well. Had a season with the Hull Pirates in the EPL in 2015-16, and a year later played for Manchester Phoenix too. So he's been around the league.
Been about for a young lad. He's only 24. Yes, impressive resume.
Yeah, definitely. As the Bowman line will take back to the ice. Stars utilising all three forward lines early on in this game. As are the Warriors, of course, but Warriors do have a fourth line to call upon if needed. And, that one's cleared by Josh Maddock up along the boards to Ben Campbell. Watson will go with him. Campbell goes around his man. Can he get the cut back? He does, but Watson couldn't quite connect on that pass, and that's cleared by the Stars. And then a bad touch by Smedley's allowed. Sykes in here, but great save by the Oswald.
Yep, excellent save with the block there by Richie Lawson. Sykes tried to psych him out with the old drop of the shoulder, but great reaction save by Lawson.
Yeah, great save, and first real chance the Stars have had in this game, and it's that personal duel between Chris Sykes and Richie Lawson has gone the goaltender's way, and another shot from distance from Bowman. Lawson will just drop it and allow play to continue rather than cover it up. That one's dumped back in. Smedley will collect. Sends it off the boards towards Edgar. Edgar's got Ross Murray outside him, but it's Edgar's carrying it in right now. Edgar with a shot, he scores! Scratch my back with a hacksaw. It's 2-0.
Yeah, nice quick shot there by Edgar. I mean, he got right up on top of the defender, and he used the defender as a screen to beat the goalkeeper with a very quick snapshot. And that's another good goal there by Edgar. Warriors 2-0 up.
Yeah, great shot. Very reminiscent of the goal he scored in overtime last week. Shot from distance and just picked the top corner and had Mark Watson beat all ends up.
Yeah, it's a classic move there. You come in, you get right in between the defender's feet. You use the defender as a screen, and it came off there.
Vitally important the Warriors get a positive result this evening, with this being their first home cup game. Of course, they've already lost one game up in Dumfries against the Solway Sharks, and a second defeat would be, well, almost unthinkable really, as it's going to be a battle, you would think, between the Warriors and the Stars for that second spot in the semi-finals. Rubesh gets his shot away, cleared by Ross behind the net, and then the cutback from Elder. Dug out by Davis, just sweeps it back round for Elder. He gets the cut back, that's cleared by Lawson. And then Richards just dangling the stick out there, trying to get something on it, but he'll leave it for Dan Pye to usher Davis into the corner, and now the Warriors will break out. Played forward to Ben Richards there, centred around the boards, comes all the way back round into the corner, and then Barnes. And then Watson with the attempted wraparound just went straight through the crease, and the Stars will pick this one up and get ready to go again. Thurston collects on his own blue line. Holland going with him, but Thurston collects his own rebound off the boards, and a great finish. A lovely move again by the youngster, and great finish.
Yeah, I think it was a dubious bounce off Whitley Bay's sponsorship boards, or the boards here are quite sort of disappointing if you're judging the bounce to come out straight, but it was a good finish, a good shot and a good attempt on goal.
Yeah, it shows you just the quality he does have, and like you say, maybe got a little bit lucky with it, but still he had the presence of mind to pull that one off. As the Warriors will go for a long dump in, Watson will touch that one up, allows Ben Davison to collect. He will get it out, collected by Harley at centre red. He'll dump it back in. Watson will come out and play it, but misses it, and Watson will collect on the left wing. Gets it behind Helens towards Ben Campbell. Campbell's got Davison with him. Campbell looking to get round Davison, but good defended by him, and then it forced Mark Watson to use the stick down low just to sweep that one clear. We'll get a stoppage, but again, a positive response by the Warriors.
Campbell had the puck on a string there, but the ice is starting to get a bit shabby towards the end of this period. But he's always quite positive, Campbell, when he gets the puck. And I think Moss is going to the penalty box for a delay of the game.
Yeah, James Moss for the penalty, former Whitley youngster, of course. Sort of came through the team in around 2008, 2009, 2010, at that time. So him and Jordan Barnes know each other very well, and they always seem to like to have a couple of friendly chats with one another during the game. So we'll see how that one bubbles along this evening.
Yeah, it was always good playing local teams, because you obviously grown up together playing against each other, so you either had some fierce rivalries, but you did end up having a few good friends out of the opposition as well.
Yeah, that's right, as comes back to Johnson, now to Greetans. Greetans gets a return pass, and then back forward to Queenan on the left wing. So Warriors first power play unit here. Queenan, return pass with Murray, and then Ben Richards, Queenan, and then Greetans, shot from distance. I know David Longstaff said he's going to give the youngsters some more ice time in these cup games, and you can see he's gone with it on this power play unit. Queenan and Richards very much at the heart of this top power play unit this evening. Murray, the experienced man of the trio. Queenan back to Murray out wide. Murray slips it forward to Richards. He's been ushered away by Dylan Hare. Good defending by him, and that just allows Watson to get the cover up. Yeah,
Hare moved there was a Richards. He moved Richards well off the play there, but I think Murray's shot didn't quite have enough on it to get the deflection. Might give the goalkeeper a bit more of a problem if there was a bit more power in the shot, but good patient play by the Warriors.
Yeah, it was, as we've got Bowman up against Holland on this draw. So the top line for Warriors out there now. Still a minute 17 left on the Warriors power play, just under 5 minutes left in the first period. So Warriors 2, Stars 0. As action in front of the Stars bench. Warriors just about keep it in with Ben Campbell. Little slash from Bowman, but Campbell will get the shot around. Will Stars clear it onto the far side to Phil Edgar. Edgar's playing on the point on this power play unit. Edgar back to Harley, then back to Edgar again. Edgar keeping the puck with him, just waiting for that opening to become available. Slips it back round for Holland, over to Campbell on the left corner, back to Holland in the Gretzky's office, and then the shot, and a great goal by Callum Watson, who gets his second goal. Shaved my face with a rusty razor. It's 3-0.
Yeah, good vision, good pass out by Holland there. Finds Watson alone in the high slot. Watson took his time and picked his spot high up on the catch side of the Stars goalkeeper, but the Stars were defending well until that happened. They kept the box nice and tight, and they kept them the outside, but for much of that power play, but Warriors come through in the end with, I think there was only about 40 seconds left in the power play.
Well, of course, they were 3-0 up last week against the same opposition, and was able to throw it away. But hopefully that won't be the case this evening.
I think the Stars goalkeeper had a lot to do with that. He had a great game. When they went behind, he made some excellent saves to get them back in the game.
Yeah, Elder collects a pass from Davis. He'll cut back inside. Good work by Carl Ross and Umpire between them, just forcing him to cough up the puck. And Carl Ross trying to take it off Jordan Barnes. He'll dump it in. And then Andy Finn sweeps up from behind the net first and can't quite control. He will at the second attempt. Richards trying to force him to turn over, and then Ross sort of leaned into him. That was probably interference from the Warriors man, to be fair. Actually, it was Rubesh. It wasn't Thurston. But I think Carl Ross was probably a little bit lucky there not to get a penalty. Barnes carries it in. He's out wide, sends a shot towards goal, and that one will be gathered in by Watson.
Yeah, Barnes just throwing it on goal there, trying to get the rebound for Queenan coming in, but keeper held it well, didn't spill any rebounds, and be another face-off with 3:20 to go in the first period.
It will indeed, to the right of Mark Watson's goal. We've got, of course, Mark Turnbull as the backup, former Warriors backup, of course, who has only played 2 periods a season but gave up 8 goals in those 2 periods, so he's not got off to a best of start so far this season. I'm sure he'll want to have another crack at some point. Greetowns with a shot from distance, and there's that. I thought that had bounced and looped into the goal then, but Watson scrambling, he's on his back, and somehow he caught that mid-air off the post.
Yeah, a bit of a goal-mouth scramble there, but the keeper doing well. Actually, he made a couple of saves and ended up killing it under his backside, but good save, and Edgar was pouncing there. He was a couple of bites of the cherry.
He's on fire at the minute, isn't he, Edgar? His goals last week, he's certainly enjoying his hockey right now. As Edgar gets a draw, wins it back to Greetons, winds one up, fires just on the wide of that near post, and then Edgar loses possession of it, allows Moss to get the clearance, slips it out wide to Silar, who fires from distance. Good blocker save by Van Oswald, just pushes it away, and then the Warriors clear it out the zone. Now look to bring it forward with Queenan. It's, I think this let's say the second line, Queenan could really do with a goal or two just to get his confidence up. I think Ross Murray working hard as well on this unit, as the Stars will get it out. Campbell will collect at centre ice, but then Smedley caught in possession again, and then the shot, good smothering save by Lawson though, as they're broken on goal there, the Stars, but another smart stop by Van Oswald.
Yeah, Lawson spread himself well there. Smedley needs to be careful. That's the second time he's put an opportunity on a plate, and he's lucky that they haven't converted any one of them chances, but another good save by Lawson. Yeah,
it was Daniel Silar who got in behind him again, but like you say, it's happened a couple of times, but thankfully his goaltenders helped him out as Harley gets it out wide to Campbell, who flies into the Stars zone. The Stars will look just to try and get it out, but Maddock will keep it in, finds Campbell behind the net. And then Watson off the boards to Campbell. Good work by Hare once again. He's really impressive. Such a young player. Really good defenseman, in fact, as he's probably been the brightest player for the Stars back there. Watson slips it forward to Campbell for a one-timer, but Watson read it well and came out and smothered it. Just got down low and blocked it. And we've got a minute's applause for Martin Crammond in the 18th minute for his shirt number, and then the shot coming wide just over the top of the glove of Richie Lawson from Chris Sykes, and that one's cleared. Sykes couldn't control. Hare, that one dumps in. Maddock can't control, but he'll drop back and collect it anyway. Martin Crammond, who had 14 seasons with the Warriors, and somebody who really started his career with you in that cup campaign back in 2007.
Yeah, he did. Been a good servant for the club, and decided to hang his skates up just a couple of weeks ago, and he will be missed. He's a good workhorse, good forechecker, always good to mix up from defence to forward. So yeah, he was a good team player.
Yeah, like you say, good two-way player, and was always useful on the penalty kill as well. He was had that defensive mindset, didn't he?
Yeah, definitely. Like I say, he's you can play him in a number of positions. He was a good servant to the club.
I think he played everywhere bar in goal, didn't he, at one point. As Johnson will gather. He fans on the clearance, and that was unfortunate. That's allowed Davis in. But another good save by the Noswell. Got the pads down low, and he was able just to cover that one up. But well, I mean, it's just an unfortunate bounce. I think it probably got stuck in the ice, did it?
Yeah, a little bit lacklustre at the back there by the Warriors, but Lawson with a good double save, and he's come to the rescue a few times tonight with the Stars' better opportunities.
Yeah, it was. As we're going to face off to the left of Lawson's goal. Dave Farron ready with the puck drop. James Moss going in for the draw up against Phil Edgar. Edgar wins it, gets it back to Smedley. Smedley around the boards, over to Queenan. Queenan closed down pretty quick by Thurston though, and then Thurston shoves Queenan over. It's not been called though, and the Stars will advance forward. Lawson will cover that one up, and we'll get another face-off.
More of a push on Queenan there. I mean, it was from behind, but it wasn't with any great force. It was he did shrug him off the puck, so the right call there by the referee.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. I don't think there was enough malice in it to have been a serious call, but you have seen them given, of course. As we're going to face off to the right of Lawson's goal, Moss up against Holland. Holland wins it, and then Harley sends it around the boards. Watson trying to pick out Campbell, but picked off at centre ice and dumped back in by Dylan Hare. That one's cleared. Silar forces another blocker save from Lawson. And a great smart stop from him, who, well, I mean, he played exceptionally well last week given the circumstances. He got muscle cramps very early on in the game, and was having to go back to a bench to get sweets and chocolate just to get a bit of energy, and he had some sort of electrolyte problem, I think he said, but he went through 9 litres of water during the game.
I bet he was peeing like a racehorse as well, but in his gear to warm himself up.
Well, that's another slap shot. If you check me into the boards, I'll pee all over myself.
Classic.
That one's cleared and dumped back down. Campbell will give chase, but Elder will get there first. That will do it for the first period, and a period that really the Warriors dominated, and well, really no complaints from the Stars surely, as it's been pretty one-sided.
Yeah, Warriors have had the possession in the Stars zone a lot more than the other way around. A couple of power plays and some good saves by Lawson, really, because the Stars have had their opportunities, but Lawson's made some good saves, so there's still all to play for. Like you say, last week 3 goals didn't cut the mustard and it turned into a good game. So
Phil Edgar's going to be up there now as well with the goal he's got earlier. But that's top line if you include Lobby. He has combined for 31 points this season, so we'd like to see him back, but Callum Watson seems to have done a good job in his absence, certainly. So that one's cleared by Harry Harley. Dean Holling collects off the boards on centre red. He'll slip it back to Maddock, although he'll keep a hold of it while Hollanders Rubesh is closing him down, forces a turnover. Callum Davis will dump it in, and that one comes around for Richie Lawson to collect. Off the boards by Maddock, and then swept clear by Watson. Finds Ben Campbell, fires, just flashes wide of the goal, and then Dylan Hare will clear it. Sorry, yes, Dylan Hare, isn't it, who's playing from as Greetans fires. Holland can't collect the rebound. That was a good stop by Mark Watson though.
Yeah, Greetans found himself pretty much unchallenged there and walked right in, took a good shot. It was straight down the keeper's throat though, and another good save.
Yeah, it was, as the Warriors are going to have to dig this one out of their zone. Thurston going to prevent Barnes from doing that, but now with Ross Murray, he'll slip it forward for Queenan. Queenan can't quite gather Edgar, but he'll get it from behind the back of the net, with Ben Davison trying to take the puck off him, still with Edgar. And then he finds Queenan. Queenan looking for a cut back here, and then Edgar took himself into the slot, but the pass was cut out by some good Stars defending as Silar gets in behind the back here. It's crept in on the near side, and the Stars going to go back.
Yeah, decent breakaway there by the Stars player. He dropped the dig on Lawson. Smedley was a little bit soft with the challenge, and he managed to trickle it in under Lawson's pad. So it's a good return there earlier in the second period for the Stars, and it's just what they needed to get back in this game. Yeah,
Daniel Silar, 21-year-old Czech player, played his junior career with Pirati Chomutov, if that's how you pronounce it, and then spent 2018-19 in the WSHL with the Casper Bobcats. Played 39 games and got 60 points, so that's not bad going.
Yeah, been around the block a few times, and He did finish out well, even though Lawson got a piece of it. He managed to get it underneath him and back to a 3-1 game.
Yeah, just like last week. So Warriors really need to weather a storm and see if they can get something out of it now and not slip up like they did last week, or indeed the last few games, as Jordan Barnes shoots from an acute angle. Carl Ross tries to sweep at that one, but that was cleared. I think it was a poke check from Mark Watson, just got it away. As Richards closes his man down, and an elbow from James Moss. But that's gone unpunished.
Yeah, caught the Warrior off balance there. It was Richards, and he shrugged him off pretty well there. I don't think there was anything dirty about it.
No, but I'm sure if it was the other way around, Billingham would be crying for hell there. But Richards shook that one off, as he said. That was dug out by Craig Johnson, dumped back in for Watson to chase. That one just snatches wide. Helens can't quite get it, and Bowman was hoping to see it one out, but it's back with Watson behind the play, behind the net. And Campbell's with him. Watson, I thought, was going to look to switch there, and now he will, with Bowman with Campbell. Campbell will take it out of the next corner, but that's taken off him by Bowman. And then Silar's looking to break here with Moss alongside him. That's cleared by Harry Harley. Only towards centre red. Bowman slips it back to Thurston. Thurston will flick that one over ahead of Maddock and give chase. Thurston looking to get in behind Maddock, which he does. And then a heavy collision into the plexi there, but Thurston seems to be okay. Emerson collects a loose puck just inside the blue line, but Warriors will get it out. Campbell now on centre red. Sends it forward to Watson, cut out by Andy Finn, but only as far as Harley, and he fires, come off the glove. I think just got a tip off the glove from Watson.
Yeah, good save by the Stars goalkeeper there. Quick shot by Harley. He's good with them snapshots. He unleashes them very quickly, and it was another good save.
Yeah, Emerson struggling to get it out. Now with Queenan, he'll look to carry it back in. He's got Ross Murray with him. Still with Queenan. He's trying to get the cut back here. Got a bit of a heavy cut back there as Murray had advanced forward. Edgar has it though. Gets round his man, and then looking to get the shot away. Watson went with him though, and got down low to get the save.
Some great hands by Edgar there to come out the corner, and he waited and waited, done the right thing, but the goalkeeper fouled him all the way and made an excellent save, sprawling save really, but good bit of ice hockey. Yeah,
Greetans collects on his own blue line, dumps it in. Andy Finn will collect in his zone. Richards looking to try and close him down. Ross Murray, it bounces off him, and they're going to call for offside. That must have just crept over, must have been tight.
Yeah, he tried to straddle the blue and stay on sides to the last minute, but he was just a little bit eager, and he touched the puck up he'll go all the way back down the other end for a deliberate offside.
Yeah, this second line of Edgar, Queenan and Murray combined for 5 points last weekend, and obviously led the Warriors to that win, and they've combined for 14 points this season, so good to have that secondary scoring, take the pressure off the top line. Now, that one will be cleared by Johnson, slip through Hare, tussling with Ross, and Carl Ross has got free now. Can't quite take it the first attempt. He'll collect the hit and then go back again, and then trying to go on the near side, and then a good pad save. Ross there was tenacious, just wasn't going to give that one up.
Yeah, great hustle there by Ross, and Hare stayed with him, but he battled right out in front, and it was a good double save. Excellent kick save by the Stars goaltender.
Yeah, Jordan Barnes will collect behind the net. He'll get the cut back. Comes off Helens, and then Barnes will just about keep it in, fires towards goal. Richards is trying to direct it towards goal, it bounced, and then that allowed Watson to recover and cover that one up.
Shot by Barnes from high up on the circle there, and it hit Richards. I don't know how much he knew about it, but it nearly went in the bottom corner.
This draw will come out to the Stars as they look to try and get it out. Ben Campbell, that will go over his head, but Maddock will glove it and play it just outside the blue line. He'll have to dump it back in, and he waits for his line mates to come back out. Silar now looking to counter, he carries it in, try to pick out Moss, good defending by Maddock who got back. Then Silar with a great glove save by Richie Lawson.
Yeah, Lawson had a good view of that from the shooting position, was bubbling around. Silar got the good shot, easily dealt with by Lawson with a big tropper. That's right,
we'll get a face off to the right of Richie Lawson's goal. James Moss going in for the Stars, up against Phil Edgar of the Warriors. So the two respective second lines. Comes out to Greetans, he'll send it along the boards. Ross Murray is having to shield it from Ben Davison. Murray will drop back. And then played out to Queenan on the wing. He'll collect the rebound though, Will Murray, and take it in. Fires, forces a blocker save from Watson, and then Queenan, he shoots. That one's blocked, I think, by Andy Finn perhaps, or was it Ben Davison, one of the two. And then Edgar, pressured by Moss, but dumps it back in. Edgar will collect his own rebound, and then Queenan's trying to set up Murray at the back post. But lovely play by the Warriors, just didn't quite happen for them.
Yeah, some great attacking play by that line there, some excellent passing, some good vision by Edgar. He's having another great period, and he's looked like a different player since he's come back this year. He's obviously he's been playing forward, which I wasn't keen on playing defence all the time, but he's had a great start to the season.
Yeah, Murray's his father-in-law Ian King's been giving him some tips as Thurston sets up Moss at the back post, but good defensive work by was that Liam Smedley back there? No, what was it? It's Ben Richards who got back, in fact. So great work from him. As Barnes couldn't quite control, Carl Ross will. Reynolds now hits his first shift of the game. He's on the line with Emerson and Chris Sykes. As the Warriors will dig it out from behind their own net. Richards on the right wing slips it forward to Jordan Barnes. Barnes couldn't get round Helens though. Good defensive work from him, and then Sykes runs into a brick wall, which is Dan Pye.
Yeah, good step up by Pye there. Just watched the body and stepped him up, broke the play up nicely. Some good passing by the Warriors in this shift.
Yes, it is. As Watson will close this one down. And then that one's played out to Chris Sykes on the left wing. Winds one up. That was high, and he missed quite by some distance in the end as Watson looks to counter here. He's got Bowman to beat, tried to go near side. Of course, he's on a hat-trick, he's Callum Watson, and I'm sure he wants to join some of his teammates who've grabbed a hat-trick this season. Watson, Campbell just had to be careful straddling that blue line. And then Holland scores! I've seen that fish before. Warriors 4, Stars 1.
Yeah, but comes to Holland in the high slot, and he used the screen of the defenceman really well. Goalkeeper was unsighted, went under his arm. Good finish though, and you don't score unless you shoot, and Holland found that out excellently there, got it on the goal. It's a 4-1 game.
It is, yeah, and that's the response I wanted, because obviously last week when they'd give up that first goal, they very quickly give up a second within about 50 seconds. So they've rode that storm this time, and they've been able to come back on the front foot and get it back to a 3-goal lead. Yeah,
great response by the Warriors. The Stars have had the opportunities as well. It's been a much better game of hockey for the neutral flan.
Yeah, there's a cut back here for Davis. He fans on it, had a couple of swipes and still couldn't connect. There's Maddock looking to clear, and Dylan Hare will get it back now to Helens. Cut out by Harley. Edgar, he dumps it in around the boards. Ben Richards on the right wing looking to collect. Richards lays it off for Ross Murray. Richards to Murray, and then Murray to a cut back. Richards though couldn't connect, and comes out the zone for Harry Harley. Harley turns, he's got Elder closing him down, and then Murray will fire that one in. That was a bit like a golf swing almost, wasn't it? Like a Happy Gilmore shot.
Yeah, it definitely was a high dump in, which cleared the plexi and hit the net and above it, so it'll be a face-off all the way. I think they're taking it to centre ice, which is a bit strange.
It is a bit of a strange one, yeah. It's normally when the officials have cocked something up, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's maybe for the distance where he dumped it, it was pretty close to where he actually shot it, so it's a pretty fair place to put it, I suppose.
Yeah, and get the cut back there for Smedley straight from the draw. That's dumped in with Finn. He'll wait for the rebound off the boards, and a bit of a help from Mark Watson. That's dumped all the way back down. That's going to be icing on the Stars. Just give a quick shout out to Abby Chapman, who's listening in from West Virginia this evening. I hope you're enjoying the broadcast. It's always good when we get listeners in from around the world.
It certainly is. I just hope they can work out my accent.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, yours is a little bit stronger than mine, but I'll put mine down to having to live in a different town for so long.
Good old Geordie twang.
Richards with the draw. It's the Stars who come out with it. It's kept in the Stars zone though. Barnes tips it over to Ross. Ross again manhandled behind the net by Finn, then he loses his foot in. Barnes comes in to help him. Barnes looking to dig it out the corner where the public skating takes place. And Barnes under hit it a little bit. Richards tried to connect on the near side. Richards again. He gets it over to Barnes. Jordan Barnes on the near side. Got Ben Davison with him, still with Barnes doing a great job here. Set up Richards nicely, but it was a bouncing puck which sort of rose up a little bit. It's going to be a call here. Then Moss has just shoved Barnes, and here we go. Moss is throwing a punch. Barnes is countering. They've been waiting to go for the last couple of weeks, and Jordan Barnes is getting some punches away now. Moss has gone down. An easy win for Jordan Barnes with, well, I mean, that's been coming for a while with some cheap hits from James Moss.
Yeah, Moss looked up well for there, but he got his breakfast dinner and supper served to him. Barnes started the ball out with a better balance. Mossy was all over the place like Mr. Tickle. But yeah, great bout, and it's got the crowd right into it. And I was just thinking, Barnesy hasn't went for a while, so just what the crowd wanted there, and I enjoyed it myself as well. Yeah,
it's always laughable how much the Billingham fans think Whitley's dirty, but if they weren't so biased, it'd be great to see some of the hits that they do sometimes.
Yeah, well, Moss come in sticking up for his teammate, wasn't quite needed, but he got just what he deserved there, and he got a good few knuckle sandwiches.
Yeah, well, he was the one it was a cheap hit on Jordan Barnes initially, and that was it. The gloves were off, and Barnes has been waiting to do that for some time. Just had to be the right moment, and it was. And in the end, a routine win for Jordan Barnes. Took his man down.
Yeah, like I say, he's been after a bit of a tussle for a while. I was talking to him in the bar after last week's game, and he was saying nobody wants to go anymore. So Moss obliged there, and it was a good tilt.
It was a good tilt, yeah. We'll await to see what penalties are dished out. It should be a straightforward 2 minutes each, but you're never quite sure these days, as hockey has become a little bit soft in some ways.
Yeah, I just hope it shows back on the highlights, because people do stand up, and I hope there's no wigs got in the way of the footage. But yeah, but it was a good fight to watch.
It certainly was, yeah, as Jordan Barnes is just waiting to put his equipment back on following that scrap. Yeah, I mean, what's that saying? You play with feathers, you get your backside tickled, and I think that's exactly what happened to James Moss there.
Yeah, fair play to him. No, he was willing, and I mean, he's quite a big lad.
He is a big lad, yeah. And they've got the additional penalty then, because Ben Davison's gone into the box. So
instigator.
And now there's more stuff going on. Michael Alder, who's another, well, somebody who likes to make his mouth go. I've never really seen him drop the gloves, but
bit of an agitator.
He is, and now he's winding the crowd up. He wants to be careful, because, well, I mean, he's trying to incite the crowd here.
It's not a bad tactic really at this point of the game for Billingham. They are 4-1 down, and I think it might give them a kick in the backside that they needed. It's definitely got the crowd going, makes for a good atmosphere, and let's see what they can do after that change of momentum. But
well, that's right.
Like I say, Barnesy did deal with them, but it was a good one for everyone to watch, and this place is bouncing now.
It really is, yeah. It's just laughable because you know, it's always dirty Whitley, yet you know, it's when Billingham do it, it's kind of ignored, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I don't complain. Like I say, it's livened the game up, and it was a good, fair tussle. Two willing combatants, and yep, great fight.
It was. There's still a delay though. I'm not sure what this is about now, but we're waiting for a puck drop. Callan Davis and Dean Holland have been waiting to get this back underway for some time now. Now Emerson's having a word with Bretons and was it Ben Campbell and Dean Holland. Now it looks like we're back into the face-off circle. It's won, and Callum Watson comes out with it. He'll look to bring it on. So the additional penalty is on the Stars as they go near side. Watson now wanting to go. He's slashed at Rubesh.
Yeah, Rubesh had a slash at him there, and Watson retaliated, looking not to get a penalty, but he did offer him out, and Rubesh didn't look like he fancied it. Watson's got the bit between his teeth now and wants to get involved.
Yeah, I think it was those two that had a bit of a set to last week as well. There was some slashes going on, but I mean, rightly so, referees just let that one go. It was both were guilty on an occasion. It cancels itself out really. But
yeah, a bit handbags there, but I think Watson was definitely game. Rubesh not so much.
Yeah, I mean that's quite typical of some of the imports. They'll like to use a stick, but maybe not want to answer to it when the time comes. I get the impression Rubesh is one of those players, but he's tremendously gifted player, and then he's looks like he's took an elbow to the face there off Dean Holland.
Holland's given him a bit of roughing there, but Rubis is having a hard time with it at the minute. That's what's going to happen if you go around using stick work like Dr. Hook McCracken.
That's right, yeah. But I mean, that elbow from Holland, I've got no complaints. That is a penalty on him, but is that any worse than what James Moss did in earlier on?
Yeah, well, it's a consistency thing, but I think James Moss was actually defending against a hit what was being thrown at him, I think that was a fair move. But but certainly livening up a bit in this second period.
Typical local derby, as you would say, and Ross Murray's not got involved yet, which is we're still waiting to see.
Yeah, Ross Murray, one of the bigger lads on the Warriors side, and I wouldn't mind watching him go. I know he doesn't mind shedding a leather, so tonight might be the night.
Yeah, well, I mean, Chris Sykes is someone who doesn't normally fight, but he has had a fight with Callum Watson in the past. I wonder if, I was going to say, I don't imagine he will oblige Ross Murray, but you never know. Helens keeps it in. Comes back round off the boards. Greeton's doing well here. Ferguson keeping the puck moving, and then hit off the puck there. Interference perhaps from Bowman on Greetons, but again, no call. Carried on, the Warriors looking to get it out, but a sort of lazy clearance, and Bowman keeps it in. And then Silar will collect at centre ice. He will drop back. Power play for the Stars now, of course, with Callum Watson in there. So I'd imagine it must have been an additional 10-minute penalty on James Moss then for that initial hit.
Well, he was a third man in, really. The disagreement was between Barnes and another Star, and Moss come in from nowhere, so I mean that's not really the etiquette of the game, but I don't know if it's an instigator penalty or...
Yeah, it wasn't really announced clearly, was it, as that one's hacked clear by Phil Edgar. The Warriors will go for a full line change here. Harley, Ross, Richards and Campbell out there now for the Warriors. Silar goes round Richards, fast skating player. Gets it back to Helens on the point. Helens will float one over, comes back off the plexi and back into play. About 46 seconds left on this Stars power play as it comes through and will be covered up by Mark Watson.
Yeah, that's a good bit of play there by the Warriors. Dumped it and they've forced the Stars goalkeeper to kill the puck, so it'll be a face-off deep in the Stars zone. And it's just where the Warriors want the puck when they're short-handed. Yeah,
just after the halfway point in the game then, 41 seconds left on this Stars power play, 9:13 to go in the game. It's still Warriors 4, Stars 1. Stars with this power play opportunity, and this face-off draw is going to be to the left of Watson's goal, so they'll have to defend this one first. Watson couldn't quite win the draw. Davis will get it back to Emerson, and then Emerson will set it up nicely for Davis to carry on forward. Davis across to Rubesh. Rubesh goes round a couple of his Warriors players, but then couldn't get past Harry Harley, who gets a poke check in. Up along the boards here, Andy Finn just about, well no, I thought he kept it in there for a second. The puck just crept over blue line and he has to retreat. Sends it across and he'll get the return pass. Tries to bank that one off Callum Queenan, but Davis couldn't capitalise on it, and Queenan gets a shot in on goal with about 5 seconds left on the man advantage. Rubesh across as the Warriors return to full strength. Andy Finn carrying it in, shoots, comes off the chest of Richie Lawson. He just gently pushes that one away and off the boards. Andy Finn can't keep that one in. Dylan Hare will have to drop back and gather as Edgar closes in. Holland collects at centre red, sets up Edgar, but then Holland's now in an offside position as the puck didn't go with him, and then that was a marginal one, but I think it was probably the right call.
Yeah, it was the right call. Holland was trying to get out as Edgar was going in. It was just offside, but they're having a laugh about it now. Edgar was a bit eager to get into the zone, but it's been a great game of hockey actually this second period.
It has, yes.
Temperatures are rising and stuff as well, so much better game of hockey this second period.
Yep, as we get a draw just outside of the Stars zone. Dylan Hare comes out with it. Johnson looking to carry it back in. Watson will come out and leave that one for Helens. Campbell will close him down, trying to hurry up the play. Watson will then steal the puck off Helens. Watson still tussling with him up along the boards, and then the puck comes free for Ben Campbell behind the net. Campbell looking to get the cut back here. Campbell, and then centres it for Holland, who was, well, he had his stick raised by Hare. Good defending by him. Silar gets it out wide to Sykes, but his shot bounces off Dan Pye. Andy Finn will just about keep the puck in, fires it through went through Holland's legs and sort of bounced off Sykes. He didn't know too much about it. And then that one's cleared. Comes out the zone to Dylan Hare. Hare up to Andy Finn. Then Ben Campbell with a good hit on the forecheck, forces a turnover. Johnson carries it in, but with Campbell still looking to get off the bench, I think that's going to be called for offside on the Warriors. But something's going on in front of the bench now with Andy Finn having words with somebody, but not quite sure why or with who.
Yeah, I think it's Callum Watson having a word. I'm not sure what happened there. We're unsighted down this barrier because obviously we're straight behind it, so I didn't quite see what it was, but I think it was an offside. Yeah,
Andy Finn looked as if he went over to was it Phil Goslin perhaps, just apologising for something. Perhaps he might have caught him accidentally, and that's what the issue was about, but it seemed all good-natured, whatever it was. As Edgar misses out, and Davis will win the draw. Then elbow coming up off Rubesh on Queenan. Smedley gloves it. Had to be careful before playing it because I think Queenan might have just been offside, but Warriors sort of got away with that one with just under 7 minutes left in this second period. So Warriors 4, Stars 1. Queenan can't control, comes back out. Smedley will leave it for Greetans. Greetans wasn't the best of clearances, and Davis was looking to try and capitalise on that. Warriors looking to get it out. Andy Finn collects in front of the Zamboni entrance. Gets it back to Helens. And then Emerson out wide. Picked off by Ross Murray. Dumps it back in. Finn will collect once more. Stom off Ben Davison. He will dump it back in. As Elder's closing his man down. Greetans will collect. He will look to get it off the boards towards Queenan. Queenan helps it on. It will come into the Stars zone, but that's gathered by Ben Davison. As Carl Ross looking to get round his man. Emerson will collect though, just in front of his own crease. It will be gloved by Harley at centre red. He will just wait a second, just for the play to open up. Davison gets it clear. It's pretty frantic going on here with both teams turning it over. 5:48 to go in the second period. Ross will chase this one down. Davison will clear it, but only as far as Ross's stick. And then Ross Douglas, who's out there now, his first shift of the evening, looking to get involved. He's a lively player. There's Ben Davison, experienced defenceman, been back there for a number of years now. There's sticks coming up high there. I think that is going to be called on. Quite see on who.
It was an offside. Douglas, good hustle there. Good shift by Douglas. You could tell he was eager to get on the ice there. And he was good forecheck, biting at the angles of the Stars defenceman, but he was caught offside there. There'll be a face-off just outside the Stars zone.
Yeah, it will be. As the Stars come out with it, Helens will collect the pass, dumps it in. Dan Pye will go into the corner, but James Moss, who's fresh out the box, will get there first. No idea why Moss is out, but Jordan Barnes is still in the box. Never mind though, as Thurston will get the shot away. That's deflected away and collected nicely by Holland, who tries to set up Watson for Ben Campbell. He fires. Warriors try to crash the net afterwards, and there's some shoving going on afterwards, but Watson, of course, he will not mind that at all.
Yeah, Campbell found himself an opportunity there. He telegraphed where he was going to pick it, and Watson was equal to the catch save, but good bit of play, and it's a good save by Watson.
Yeah, it will be, and we'll get a face-off to the right of Watson's goal now. Dean Holland going in for the Warriors. Jordan Barnes has left the box as well. And it's with the Stars as Bowman will collect, takes it round into the corner, looking to get it out. Moss, I think, gets a little flick, that will come out. But that's going to be icing on the Stars. 4:53 to go in the second period.
Come off the boil a little bit this game after the two penalties, the fight and the power plays that ensued, but it's still competitive, but it has quietened off a little bit, which is to be expected because it was quite a high octane 10-12 minutes. So yep, Warriors are in the Star zone with a face off.
Yeah, I'd absolutely agree with that, Dan. It has gone flat a little bit. Some poor turnovers by both sides, just become a little bit scrappy, and a few icings hasn't helped either. But Silar's looking to get in behind Maddock here, and now the sticks come up, and it's going to be a penalty called on.
Maddock.
Is it on Maddock? Yeah.
Yeah, it was Silar was quick there. He beat the two Warriors he was first to the puck, and he was brought down. So I do believe it's a penalty shot as well.
Penalty shot, yeah. Well, he's His stick looked like it came up, didn't it? Certainly, I saw the stick come up, but I mean, you've got to say, was he in the action of shooting at that moment? I don't know. It's a debatable call to call a penalty shot, but he was got away from goal as well.
Yeah, I don't think it does the game any harm. Actually, it's good for the fans, and he was brought down. Whether or not it was a scoring opportunity, I don't know, but we'll see what he can make of this. The ice isn't the best within the last 5 minutes here.
That's true, yeah. That won't go in his favour, but you never know. Richie Lawson preparing himself as Silar collects the puck from centre ice. Lawson comes out of his crease quite aggressively. Silar looking to shoot, but Lawson with the stop, and he couldn't beat the Oswald. And Lawson with the save then, and the Warriors protect their 3-goal lead.
Yeah, Silar come down. He was quite slow with his approach. He ran out of real estate in the end, took it too wide, and Lawson stayed with him all the way and made it quite a theatrical stack of the pads on the play. But great save by Lawson, and no change to the score.
Yep, James Moss will take the draw. And it comes out, but the Warriors were quick to get round the line of scrimmage. Queenan's away here. He's got Ross Murray with him. 2-on-1 break. Queenan shoots. I think it might have come off the goal frame there, but
yeah, I think it hit the top of the post. He had a 2-on-1, decided to go himself, and it was a very tight angle, which almost paid off for him.
Yeah, Stars looking to break now. It's really opened up first and slips it out wide. He'll get the return pass, but he can only control it with his skates, and he had to stop dead in one position, and that's allowed the Stars to cough it up. Edgar now looking to get it to Ben Richards. Richards will now look to try and collect his own rebound, gets it off the board. Stars will get it clear, and Smedley will come across to cut out the threat from Craig Thurston. Edgar collects off the boards, gets a flick on it, but now he can't play it because Richards is in an offside position. Then the Stars will carry it back in, collected by Smedley at centre red. To Jordan Barnes, who gets it out wide to Ross. Ross winds one up, a rising shot, and took a bit of a flick, I think, perhaps off the helmet. I'm not sure of Mark Watson.
Yeah, a real head-hunting shot there by Ross. I don't think it caught the goalkeeper, but it did go head height.
And then Rubesh collects at centre red. He'll look to get in behind Dan Pye. Rubesh with the cut back. And Davis sends it in. Still with the Stars. Elder couldn't control, and Ben Richards gets that one clear. Ben Davison will chase, and it'll be an icing call on the Warriors with 3:15 to go in this second period.
Yeah, the home crowd getting into it there. I don't know who's getting the brunt of the abuse at the moment, but it's all good-natured, and it's what you want to hear at a local derby.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. It's I'm surprised actually. I thought after given last week's performance, I was impressed with the way the Stars played. It's not quite happened for them this evening. Perhaps we've just got to put that down to Warriors getting off to a good start, but weathering the storm somewhat in this second period.
Yeah, they did start the second quite well. The Stars, like I say, they got the first goal. I think the fight was a momentum changer, though. Definitely nipped their momentum in the bud, and the Warriors got to go back after that. So yeah, it was been a good performance, a good period for the Warriors.
And Ben Davison winds one up from distance. That one will come out though, and Callum Watson looking to get away. Helens will dig that one out of his zone. Holland collecting at neutral ice. Davis will carry it back in. He'll fire near side, but Lawson he got the pad down low, and then that one will be cleared. Helens collects on his own blue line to James Moss. And then to Rubesh. Rubesh out wide. Harry Harley will collect via the boards. That's offside though. The home fans are complaining, but I'm sorry, Ben Campbell was a good 2 feet offside there.
Yeah, definitely. He did try to get away with it, but it was offside all day long. But good try.
It was, yeah. It's, home fans are always partisan towards their team, but I've got no complaints about that one. As we'll get a face-off draw just outside the Warriors' blue line. Moss and Edgar taking this draw. Comes out. Bowman collects off the boards. He's dropped back into a defensive position. Slips it forward for Craig Thurston, who'll dig it out the corner. Good work by Liam Smedley, though, just to watch the puck and take it off him. Queenan can't quite control. Silar gets it back to Finn, and then the puck bounces free. James Moss will gather at centre ice, And then Thurston and Edgar just tipped the puck through and it bounced up and caught Thurston high up. He grimaced a second there, but he seems to be okay. And then Edgar and Murray running into each other, just had to wait for the pair of them to separate before I could play it. Edgar drops it back in. He'll go for a line change as the Stars will look to play it out. Smedley will cut that one out, won't allow Thurston to settle and play the puck. Murray will tip it in, forces Watson to come out and play it behind the net. Ross will go into a corner with Moss coming in to cut him off. Kyle Ross with the cut back to Barnes. He'll fire straight into the logo though. Watson will cover that one up, but then again sticks going in to try and get the loose puck, and then not quite sure what's happened then, but we've got a whistle. Shelton cheats cheap, but I can assure you that isn't for Chris Sykes.
Just a dead puck there. The Stars have got to clear the goal. You've got to clear your attacking players off the goal, and that's all they've done. Good passage of play. Nice bit of improvisation by Ross. After a good forecheck, he's got it up on his stick and found a good pass in the high slot. But yep, there's an opportunity and another good save by Watson.
That's right. We'll get a draw to the right of Watson's goal. Dean Holland and Callum Davis. It'll be Stars who will come out with it. Sykes looking to get it past Harley. Harley will fire it in though, and it's still with the Warriors. Ben Campbell will unleash one, and he's gone in! Big Ben strikes one as the Warriors go 5-1 up.
Yeah, good shot there by Campbell. He was out wide, didn't have much in the way of options, and he's just tried his luck, shot through a couple of players, and it's beat Watson on his near side, high up. He want that back. He didn't look very happy, but he was unsighted. It's another goal for the Warriors, 5-1.
Yeah, it was. He was almost hugging the sides there along the boards, but was able to get the power and accuracy in the shot, and it somehow beat Watson, who, as you say, Dan, he will want that one back. But all it means is the Warriors have now increased their lead to 4, and with about 85 seconds left in this second period, they'll be happy going into a break with that lead, won't they?
Definitely, it's been overall a good period for the Warriors.
Holland winds one up now, deflects off Andy Finn. I think the Warriors are just going to shoot on sight here just to test Watson's resolve. And then Campbell comes in and scores again. Big Ben strikes 2.
Yeah, some beautiful cycling of the puck between Holland and Campbell there. Campbell's speed around the outside, and he's beat him in the 5-hole. And Watson's head's right down now. He's been beat twice in the last 20 seconds, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he has. And not the way the Stars, I'm sure, would have wanted to go into a break, because they would have been happy with the overall performance of his second period. But the Warriors now find themselves 5 goals ahead, and you never know, because the Warriors have been throwing leads away. You're never quite sure in derby games. Hockey's a game of momentum, and if the Stars team can regroup at the break, you just never know. As Greetown sends it across to Dan Smedley, to Liam Smedley even. As Smedley tips it in, James Moss will gather, clears it, gets it out of the zone. Greetowns sweeps it across, and then cut off by Silar. Played out by Greetowns, played forward by Edgar to Queen, and he carries it into his zone, gets it back to Edgar. And then Murray, and then shot coming in from Greetowns on the far side. Craig Thurston will gather deep into the corner of his own zone, slips it forward to Moss, who's away here, but Greetowns sticks with him. Good defensive work from him, strips Moss of the puck. And then Warriors looking to just try and get it clear. Stars looking to try and get in behind here, but then Craig Johnson will get it clear with 12 seconds to go in this second period. Warriors dump it in. Richards will go behind the net, but Andy Finn will get it clear. Carl Ross towards goal, comes back in, and then a set-up shot by Johnson, and that will do it then for a second period. And as you said, Dan, it was a period that had a lot of action, as Barnes is having a bit of a word with Andy Finn there as they leave the ice, but I think they're all laughs and smiles.
Yeah, much better game of hockey to watch there in the second period. Stars come out well, got the early goal, looked like they were going to turn it round. Warriors obviously ended the period out a lot better than the Stars, but for the first half of that period was some great competitive hockey.
Getting ready for the puck drop then, and it comes out to the Warriors as Greetowns collects on his own blue line, sends it through the central face-off circle. Davis had a bit of a bite to it, but Campbell takes it back round. Campbell looking to lay it off. Greetowns pinching up from the back. He steps in. Andy Finn looking to get a flick on it and get it out, which he does. Dean Holland will collect at centre red, sends it around the boards. As puck's collected by Andy Finn in his own zone to Elder, and then in turn finds Davis. Davis fires, just under hits it a little bit, goes behind the back of the net. Then Elder fires, scores, and takes delight in looking at the Warriors fans as he puts that one home. He's not really been singled out for any criticism, but he's took delight in burying that one all the same.
Yeah, it was a quick shot from the point, from the high slot, comes straight out, and it beat Lawson to the block side. It was a good quick release on the snapshot, and he looked very happy as he looked up in the home support there with a cheesy grin on his face, and I don't blame him.
Yeah, absolutely. As 41 seconds gone in this third and final period, and the Stars get their second goal of the evening. Just 4 more to go, and you wouldn't bet against it. It's where the Warriors do seem to give up goals late on, so they do need to be careful. Murray battling with Silar in front of the Zamboni entrance, comes across to Ben Davis, and he can't get it around Queenan, who swipes with a high stick, but it's no call given. And then Murray forces a pad save by the goalie, Turnbull, who pushes it out with the glove.
Turnbull had to be alert with that shot there. It was a ferocious shot by Murray from the high slot, and it was a good catch save to break him into the game.
Yeah, it was. As we'll get icing called on the Stars, and it will be pulled back into their zone with just over a minute gone in this third period. It's Warriors 6, Stars 2. As, the face-off will be taken to the right of what is now Mark Turnbull's goal. Ben Richards will take the draw for the Warriors up against James Moss of the Stars, and it's the Stars who come out with it. Helen sends it across to the opposite side of the boards. Moss will then receive the pass on his own blue line. Big hit from Ben Richards. As Barnes sends a return pass to Ross just as he was falling over. Harley will fire one from the red line, and just testing Turnbull's resolve early on. Yeah,
definitely. He tried his luck from the red line there, but Turnbull was equal to it. But it's always a nervous time coming in on the third period. Second goalkeeper, and he's dealt with it really well. Actually, Turnbull, he's made a couple of good saves there, and it'll be building his confidence for the rest of this period.
Yes, it will, as Dean Holland will look to take the draw for the Warriors up against Callum Davis for the Stars. Dean wins it, gets it to Callum Watson. Campbell looking to pounce, gets around his man. Can he finish? No, he just couldn't steer it round Turnbull, but did the hard work going past the 2 defencemen, but just couldn't slot home, as Callum Watson sends this one around the boards back to Ben Campbell behind the net, who's got Hare with him. Back to Watson. Watson looking to maybe get a shot away. He'll have to settle for keeping possession in the corner, and then he tries to centre that one, picked off by Davis, who slips it out wide to Rubesh. Then that one's done back in. Greetans will get there just ahead of Michael Elder, who got the second goal for the Stars this evening. Watson collects a lovely cushion pass from Campbell. Watson looking to go around his man, Emerson, but just couldn't slot home. And Watson, of course, who's still on that hat-trick marker, so is Ben Campbell as well, of course. They'll both be looking to get goals as Ben Campbell fires, but drilled it low into the pads, and Turnbull was just able to cover that one up in the end, wasn't he?
Yeah, that was Edgar looking for the bottom corner there. It was a great kick save and a beauty from Turnbull against Edgar, looking for his hat-trick, but another good save by Turnbull.
That's right. Yeah, he's come in. He's only played obviously 2.5 minutes, but he's looked composed since coming in, and maybe that added confidence is what's enabled the Stars to get that goal back early on. As we get a stoppage with the puck in the corner. Ben Davison and Ross Murray battling for it, and we'll get a face-off just inside the Stars zone. It's going to be Michael Bowman and Phil Edgar who go for the draw. Edgar wins it, but puck comes through for Ben Davison, and Queenan going up along the boards. It's the Stars who are going to come out with it. They'll look to release Chris Sykes early on. Sykes gets it back to Bowman. Bowman returns a pass. Sykes goes around Edgar, but Murray did just enough there to steal the puck off him, and then it's cleared up by Queenan. Edgar tries to find Murray on the right-hand side, but the Stars will tip it back in. Harley will come across. 3 minutes gone in this third period. Warriors 6, Stars 2. as the puck's cleared all the way back down. Richards will leave it, and it'll be icing called on the Warriors.
Yeah, the Stars look like they haven't given up just yet, and they've had a few little opportunities there with Sykes. A little bit off balance, but he was dingle-dangling in a high slot. Didn't get the shot away quick enough for my liking, but they're still showing a fight, and you've got to watch out for them with having that one go back.
That's right, Moss gets it back to Silar, who fires from just outside the face-off circle. It's charged down, and Harley will get it clear. Murray will leave it for Edgar, who's been pulled down. Sorry, Ben Richards, who's been pulled down by Hare. No call given, though. You could probably hear the screams coming back from the Warriors fans, but they say no call given as the Stars will flick the puck into their own bench. But we've got a face-off back in their zone. No call for delaying the game, of course.
Yeah, not back into the bench. I think it's just over the plexi, isn't it?
It is, yeah, that's right. But we will get a face-off to the right of Mark Turnbull's goal. Carl Ross going in against James Moss. Ross and Moss then for the draw. Carl Ross wins it, gets it back to Greetans, fires. Rising shot, Jordan Barnes just had to lift his head out the way there. Nearly took his head off.
His tash.
Yeah, shaved his tash, that's right, yeah. Come out to Silar, and then Greetans straight on him with a great poke check, just strips him of the puck, and then Carl Ross looking to get it away, but the puck got away from him, and James Moss dumps it into the Warriors zone as the Stars looking to try and capitalise. Warriors playing it out, and then Silar first, and will leave it to Moss, and then back come the Warriors with Jordan Barnes on the right wing looking to cut it in, but couldn't get the shot away, but the rebound comes back round. Hare, he'll send it along the boards to Andy Finn. Finn across, that's been cut out by Dean Holland. Holland thought he hung onto it for a little bit too long there. His first and looked to take it off him, but he picks out Campbell with a fierce drive, and that will be covered up by Mark Turnbull with the rebound as well.
Good vision by Holland to pick out Campbell right on the far side of the ice, and Campbell's just getting over the blue, and he's just unleashed a quite ferocious shot, but Turnbull's dealt with it well, kept a hold of the rebound as well, and it's a face-off inside the Stars zone. Yeah,
Dean Holland will get it back. Smedley I think it just crept over a blue line, so it will be offside on the Warriors, so they have to have a fast retreat, and allows the Stars to reset and play it out as Elder's picked off by Davies, and then the shot from Elder, that all will be gathered in by Richie Lawson.
Solid save by Lawson, come out, cut the angle down, it was straight down his breadbasket, but Elder's having a good few shots at goal now. He's got a bit of confidence off that goal he just got there before, and that's what you've got to do, get the puck on the net.
That's right, yeah, and we'll get a face-off to the left of Richie Lawson's goal. Callum Davis going in. And so Warriors will win it through Phil Edgar. Cleared along the boards. Nice little pass out by by Queenan to pick out Ross Murray, and then the shot from Edgar.
Clipped the top of the bar, I think.
It did, yeah, it was a rising shot which just hit the top of the frame of the goal. And good defensive work by Craig Johnson, who gets it clear, forces the Stars back a little bit as Helens has to dig it out of his own zone to Davison. Stars going for a line change here, so Davison had to hang on to the puck for a little bit longer than he perhaps wanted to, and that almost forced a turnover as the Warriors were looking to pounce. Just under 15 minutes to go then in the game. It's still Warriors 6, Stars 2. Harley will drop back as Bowman looks to close him down. That one's cleared out and fallen nicely for Ben Richards. He'll carry it in, but he can't get round Hare, who's been pretty solid back there this evening, Dylan Hare. Good tussle between him and Ben Richards. It comes back to Richards. And then the puck comes free for Jordan Barnes as those two were tussling. Barnes looking to go near side, come off the base of a post or possibly the pad of Turnbull. Goes into the corner now with Kyle Ross. Ross having Emerson to keep him in check there back behind the net. Can't really get the puck loose now. It will come free for Jordan Barnes, who tries to go on the near side. Didn't get any power in the shot, and Turnbull will cover that one up. Jordan Barnes, I mean, aside from the fighter goal, I'd say it's probably been his most productive game this evening. He's looked lively, he's looked alert, and he's seemingly looking for a goal, isn't he?
Yeah, certainly. He's like I say, he disposed of the Stars guy really well in that tussle. Excellent fight it was. And he's playing well on that Richards lane. Decent performance by Barnes tonight.
Yeah, it is. As I say, it's probably been his best performance of the season so far. Shot coming in from out wide from Dean Holland. Ben Richards was behind the goal though, so he ended up collecting the rebound. Stars struggling to get it out their zone though. Thurston couldn't control. Now Watson sets up Holland, but then the Stars look to have got it back with Thurston. He will keep control of it while the play opens up. Slips it back to Andy Finn. Finn across to Davison and then forward to Moss, but that'll be cut out by Liam Smedley, who gets it clear down the end of the ice as Daniel Silar will gather. Silar looking to bring it out the zone with Phil Edgar keeping him in check there. Gritans will steal the puck back, carries it forward for Warriors now. He's got Edgar with him, but the Latvian will float one in and Turnbull will gather it as Moss and Murray have words now. Wonder if James Moss wants to get beat up by a second Warrior this evening.
Yeah, I think it's light-hearted to crack that. But another good save by Turnbull. He's had some safe hands since coming on. He's not spilling many rebounds. But Moss is actually having a word with Murray. I hope Murray obliges as well, because it would be good to see him go a second time.
It certainly would, yeah. As Barnes goes with Helens into the corner. Helens still just about has it. He lets it free for one of his teammates to clear. It might have been Bowman who got it out, and comes through for Liam Smedley for Warriors. He will drop back with one of the Stars closing him down. He's giving the puck up again, but I think he just was looking for that passing option which wasn't available to him.
Yeah, you've got to clear it there. You can't be getting yourself into danger when there was 2 4-checkers coming down. Made the wrong decision there, Smedley. Yeah,
and then the Warriors called for an offside. I think the puck had just got away from Jordan Barnes. Ben Richards had gambled on it, and he wasn't aware that he was offside, but it's been called, and it will get a face-off just outside the Stars zone with 12:25 to go. Still Warriors 6, Stars 2. As Callum Davis wins the draw, gets it back, but comes through for Callum Watson. Can he get his hat-trick marker? No! It just goes through and gathered in by Mark Turnbull, but a great opportunity there. Well read by Watson straight from the puck drop.
Yeah, Watson's looking for that hat-trick. It just wouldn't sit down from there. It was bobbling around, and he did try to make the deke, but he didn't quite get a hold of it. And Turnbull stayed with him well and killed it, but yeah, I think he may just get that hat-trick tonight, Watson, because he's looking like he's up for it.
Yeah, Watson and Campbell both on hat-trick positions, aren't they? So if they can get a third goal, they'll sure would like that. Ben Campbell now in the lead in the scoring race. He's 2 ahead of Longstaff. Now as they've scored with Rubesh, and again Richie Lawson's not happy with that, and well, he might not be, because really poor turnover by the Warriors.
Yeah, but some good improvisation. Was it Sykes who made the drop of the shoulder and put it on the back post on a plate for the Stars player at the back?
Rubesh just tapped it home, didn't he?
Yeah, it's nothing Lawson could do there. He was left out to dry by his defenceman, and a good finish by the Stars.
Yeah, and once again then Warriors beginning to wobble. They've given up 2 unanswered goals, and it's now a 3-goal game with over 12 minutes to go. It's still plenty of time for the Stars to tie this one up. Moss and Edgar going in for the draw, and it's the Stars who come out with it then. Hare will look to try and get it away, but it's won back by Queenan. Just use that upper body strength for his. He's got some height advantage on Hare and used it well. Shot coming in from out wide from Ben Richards. That one will be, sorry, I think it was Josh Maddock in the end who took the shot, but that one will be gathered by Mark Turnbull.
Yeah, easily dealt with by Turnbull there. Another shot, and he's notching up the saves in this third period.
That's right. So we get a face off to the left of Turnbull's goal. Moss and Edgar going back in once again. Edgar wins it, gets it across to the boards, but Moss gets there first and looks to get it clear, but Queenan fires just over the top, and then Edgar looking to get for a potential wraparound. Queenan's open in the high slot, but feeds Gritans, who goes from behind the back. He's brought down, but at no call. I think he just lost his footing more than anything, perhaps got a blade on the stick, as Murray behind the net looking to get it out. He's got Andy Finn with him, still with Ross Murray. Murray looking to have a passing option. Queenan screened a little bit though by Moss, so I think he's reluctant to pass it out to him, but he'll pick out Edgar instead. The puck still cycling around in that corner, still with Phil Edgar. Edgar looking to get a shot away, can't get it round his man though, and the Stars will come out with it with a fast break. Silar, but Maddock will get there first, and that will be icing called on the Stars.
Yeah, it was a definite icing there. Moss a little bit upset about the call, but it was he was well before the red when he dumped it in. It's a definite icing. It'll be all the way back down into the Stars zone.
Yep. And we will get.
Or will it?
Well, perhaps they're saying it wasn't off. It wasn't an icing, so we're going to have a centre ice face-off.
Maybe it took a deflection on the way through, which I didn't catch from up here, but.
No, I didn't see it either, I must admit. But it looks like Emerson is pointing to the centre face-off circle, which would indicate an official's error. So we will indeed get a face-off at centre ice. Bowman and Ross battling for it. It's Ben Davison who'll come out with it, but Warriors will get a tip in. That'll allow Jordan Barnes to chase into the corner as Emerson will go with him. Barnes up along the boards, looking to get it free here. Which he does. He goes round Emerson, looking to slip it forward to Ben Richards, and then Barnes has gone down. I didn't see that as it was off the puck. Emerson is...
Don't know if he's took a stick high or...
Maybe. Emerson looks a bit perplexed as to what happened, so by his reaction I'd say Emerson it was accidental if he did catch Barnes with it, but
yeah.
I didn't see what happened there. I was following the puck and missed it as that happened just off the play.
Barnes doesn't usually go down for nothing, so
no, he
must
doesn't,
have took. I think it took a stick in the eye, so it still seems to be there. So he'll be happy about that.
Yeah, he will. But yeah, like you say, he's not one to embellish anything, so he'd have to take it serious. Whatever happened, like you say, perhaps a stick did just come up high and catch him. But either way, Emerson looks shocked by it. So I think perhaps whatever it was, I don't think he intended to hurt Jordan Barnes on that occasion.
No, definitely not. No malice involved at all.
As the puck and the face-off will come out of the Star zone, just outside the blue line. And Dean Holland will go in for the Warriors up against Callum Davis. Smith will drop the puck. It comes out to the Stars, to Dylan Hare. Hare picks out Rubesh on the far left-hand side. Smedley will take it off him though, and then Holland will blast it clear up the ice to Ben Campbell. Campbell, who's been, hasn't had, I don't think he's iced the last couple of shifts, but he's back on the ice now. Campbell gets it forward, but cut out by Andy Finn quite well. He read the play well then. Holland on the rebound, and then the second one for Campbell, but good stops by Turnbull there. Good double stop as Warriors were queuing up to put that one home.
Yeah, some good. He's played well, Turnbull, since he's came on. It's another good couple of composed saves there. For Campbell was looking for his hat-trick there.
Yeah, he most definitely was, as Moss slips that one forward out wide to perhaps Silar's a bit of afters going on there with Johnson and Moss tussling. Watson's there as well.
Yeah, I like to see that. Johnson standing firm in front of his goal, just ushering away any players who are trying to pick up the rebounds, sticking up for his goalkeeper, and that's what it's all about. Good play by Johnson there. I tried
the same down in Billingham last week at the other end with Watson. It does look like Callum Watson over Warriors has earned himself a trip to a penalty box and for 2 minutes, and he'll feel shame.
I didn't know. I will feel shame. I didn't notice that on the way. It must have been on the back check.
Yeah,
I certainly didn't notice it. So we'll see what the call is.
Yeah, I mean Callum Watson not having that many penalties called against him this season. He has sort of been a lot more sensible in the penalties that it's been called against him. But I'm guessing something happened in that melee which we didn't quite see. As Greetans will look to get it out, kept in by the Stars in the Warriors zone. They'll have the man advantage for the next minute and 50 seconds as Ross Murray will dig this one out the corner, but he's closed down by Craig Thurston. Murray's gone down, and that's going to be a call against the Stars this time, I'm guessing on Craig Thurston, as Murray's gone down, but I can promise you he wasn't diving as he was accused of last week.
There was a cross-checking call against Watson, I just heard on the announcement, but the Stars are just equaling it back up now with a penalty on their behalf.
Yeah, 17 seconds into that power play, and Craig Thurston has joined Callum Watson in the box, so it'll be 4-on-4 for the next minute 43 seconds. And Ross Murray being tended to by the medical staff, so he's obviously took perhaps a bump on the way down. He perhaps had his head on the plexi or something, or on the boards, but he's being checked over, and some concern because he's not getting. Well, he's up now, but he didn't seem like he was looked too free to get up at first.
Yeah, it looks like he might have took a stick in the chops as well.
He's going to the bench, isn't he? So showing the blood
to the officials.
Well, if that is If it's drawn blood, even if it's accidental, that's 2+2. So it should be a double minor called on Craig Ferguson here. Ross Murray showing the blood to the officials, but it doesn't look like he's getting much in the way of sympathy from them.
It's hard for us to see down in that bottom corner, but there was a coming together, maybe a high stick.
Yeah, well indeed, yeah. I mean, the officials are talking about it, but I mean, the rules are if it's drawn blood, it's 2. High sticks, yeah, it's a call.
2 for high sticks.
But if it's drawn blood, it's 2+2.
Yeah, it's just 2 minutes on the board, so they haven't called the extra 2 minutes on that.
No, they haven't. But I'll say even if it is, I mean, it is a crazy call, because even if it is accidental, which I'm assuming it was, it's that is still the call. But officials decided not to make it on this occasion, as the shot comes in from distance from Andy Finn, gloved by Lawson. He gets a quick release, looking to set Campbell away, but Dylan Hare will pick that one off right at the face-off dot at centre ice. And then Silar looking for a call here, but Harley just sort of ease him off him. Ross takes it around Campbell, and then Finn slips it forward for Dean Holland, but his shot's deflected up and comes off the stick of Dylan Hare, so we'll get a face-off. I'll have to send the zone if it came off the defenceman.
Yeah, it was a definite deflection off the defenceman when Holland went for the shot, went up over the plexi and into the netting. I think he should have dropped past it for his supporting line mate there, would have had a better angle on the shot, but he decided to go himself and it was deflected up and high. Yeah,
so we're going to draw to the left of Mark Turnbull. Well, the officials aren't happy with it. I think Dave Farron spotted something, asking for...
Yeah, Rubesh was a bit quick off the mark there. He was offside on the face-off.
Yeah, he was very quick, wasn't he? Looks like Rubesh is going in to take the draw. And he's being asked to move by Callum Davis, who would normally be the face-off taker. And it's the Warriors who come out with it with Jordan Barnes. He gets in behind, and then a heavy hit from Elder, I think. Just Barnes saw him coming though, and was able to brace himself. Johnson, that one's played across by Queenan. Wound up with a fierce shot from Greetans, and then Barnes behind the net. He's got 3 Billingham players around him. Helens has got him up against the boards. Queenan looking to try and get it out, but it's Helens who will turn and gather. Remember, it's still 4-on-4 here, as both teams have a player in the box. Jordan Barnes taken into the boards by Michael Elder, and then Barnes had his stick caught up in the netting just above the plexi. Frustrating shift for him, I think, that really, as that one comes through. That's going to be icing on the Stars with 23 seconds left at 4-on-4.
Bit of a quiet period with extra space on the ice for both teams, so you would have thought there would have been a bit more flow and passing work, but it's been a bit end-to-end, sort of no one really stringing 2 passes together, so be a face-off back in the Stars zone. Warriors looking to capitalise with this extra space on the ice.
Yeah, as Dean Holland will get it free from the draw out to Ben Campbell on the left wing. Campbell looking to create some space for himself, and his shot was blocked by Helens, though. Helens will collect the rebound off the boards, gets it out, forces the Warriors to retreat here, and Harley will collect the pass from Richie Lawson. 4 seconds left on the 4-on-4. As that one's dropped in, Andy Finn will gather. Warriors back to full strength. They will have a 14-second power play now, as the Stars will look to try and dig this one out with Silar. Holland takes it off him, carries it into his own. Silar will cut across and get it back for the Stars. He will drop behind the net to Holland. He fans on the pass, gets it back to Campbell at the second attempt. Stars back to full strength, and a glove save. Just Campbell getting his fingertips to that one, and gives a playful tap to Dean Holland on the way through, as if to say, I've probably faced them a few times in training over the years. And then the pass out to Watson, who picks out Edgar on the left wing. Edgar trying to cut inside, puck got away from him. Hare recovered, and Turnbull will cover that one up with 7:18 to go in this game.
Campbell found himself up high there, and he unleashed a great shot. It was going for the top corner, maybe going slightly wide, but Turnbull with another great catch save. And that hat trick for Campbell's looking quite elusive at the moment.
It is, yeah. Edgar will take the draw, wins it back to Smedley. Can he fire? He will, but it's charged down by one of the Stars players. I think it was Emerson, who's quick out the blocks to get down the other end of the ice, but great recovering stick work there by Edgar, who just came across and stripped his man of the puck, and he's still got it as the big Latvian, using his strength to advantage there.
Yeah, Greenland's great back check there, and even though the Stars player was flying, he was caught pretty easily by Greenland's once he got them long legs striding.
Yeah, as Warriors come out with it just in front of her own bench. Queenan goes around Emerson, looking to go past Andy Finn perhaps. Finn puts the stick out, the cut back for Edgar, he scores, and he gets his hat-trick. Keep those kippers out of my kitchen.
Yeah, Turnbull's going to be upset about that. He's made all the hard saves, and it's often them little poke bobbler shots on goal that catch a goalkeeper out. Nevertheless, Edgar's happy with that. Another hat-trick on the board, and is it a hat-trick for Edgar?
It is, yeah, his second hat-trick against the Stars this season.
Yes, he's cooking on gas at the minute, Edgar, and he's smiling from ear to ear there. And it's
like a butcher's dog.
7-3 game.
Yeah, what a way to celebrate your birthday as well with a hat-trick like that. He'll be happy. Callum Davis with his stick caught under Carl Ross as he was hooking him, but Ross wasn't quick to let him have his stick back. Turnbull will cover that one up though as a puck comes through for Jordan Barnes to try and bounce on. 6:33 to go then, and the Warriors now hold a 7-3 lead.
I think the wins come out with the Stars sails about now. It's definitely a long way back. I mean, they've done well at the beginning of this period.
Yep.
They did come out to fight in this third period, and Turnbull's made a good difference. Actually, made some good saves since he come on, but
it just wasn't Watson's night really. And as you say, as Turnbull's came in, he's sort of steadied the ship a little bit back there, and they've gained some confidence off the back of it. And they've back through here as well, where Richards just. Sorry, he got his shot away, but just couldn't beat Turnbull on an occasion.
Yeah, he sold the dummy well. He dropped his shoulder, went to the back post, but the puck wouldn't sit down for him, and he just couldn't get anything on it.
Yeah, now back come the Stars then. James Moss looking to get round. A great hip check by Roland's Gritans forces him to give the puck up. And
nice hip check there. It's a thing of the past. You don't really see that. It's a great move. Always shuts the door on any attacking player, and it's a good tool to have, but you've got to be careful because you can get caught for trips these days.
Yeah, you can. I mean, your uncle Terry was an expert at it. It was the art of the hip check, wasn't it?
Oh, definitely. There were some great hits used to dish out.
Yeah, Holland gets it back to Gritans. Gritans off the boards to Watson, and Callum Watson will send it towards Mark Turnbull. Dylan Hare will get it clear, only as far as Watson again, but then he can't control. Daniel Silar will release James Moss here, and Moss is in on goal. And a great stop by Oswald stood firm, and Moss could only find the logo as the Warriors looking to get it out with a quick release. But that's going to be, no icing's been called off, must have took a nick on the way through. Campbell couldn't gather though. And Bowman and Thurston with some good passing between them. Thurston though wound the shot up, just couldn't get the connection on it that he wanted, and it went wide to Josh Maddock now to dig it out. He'll pick out Callum Watson. I think we're trying to set Watson up for his hat-trick marker now. He's got him behind Ben Davison, but the puck wouldn't sit for him, and then Dylan Hare will get that one out to Michael Bowman. Bomber as he's known, as he winds that one up and slips over in doing so. Started his career with the Sunderland Chiefs a long time ago now, and still playing the game. Hails from Durham originally. Campbell off the boards to Harry Harley. Harley blasts along, past down the ice, forces Turnbull to come out there, and he had to be alert there, just poked it clear with the Warriors set to try and collect the rebound. 4:29 to go, Warriors 7, Stars 3.
The Stars certainly haven't given up. They're certainly attacking the Warriors goal here, and they've had a couple of good opportunities.
They have, yeah. Stars keep it back in the zone. Harley looking to get it back out. Emerson with him to Ben Davison, and that rides up the stick of Ross Murray, but falls nicely to Edgar, who dallied a little bit on the blue line. Callum Davis comes in, and then Johnson with a forearm just easing him away from the puck, and they'll tussle in the corner. It will come loose to Edgar, who will look to get it away with Rubesh trying to close him down. Comes back into the Warriors zone as Lawson will set it up nicely for Johnson, I think it is, who's out on this pairing with Gritans. It's normally Liam Smedley. As it comes through, Rebush gets it again. Looking to get the cut back, but Lawson just grabbed that one with 3:33 to go.
Yeah, an unorthodox catch by Lawson there, but he was just happy it didn't spill out behind him. The Stars were unlucky with that opportunity just beforehand. It rolled right across the goal line. Lawson not unsure where it was, but he got away with that one, and it's still a 7-3 game.
It is, yeah. We're going to face off to the left of Richie Lawson's goal. Davis will go in with Holland, and it will come out to the Warriors with Callum Watson, who will set Ben Campbell free. Looks to go around Hare, but he couldn't beat him, and Hare gets it cleared. Again, great defending by the youngster. As the Stars look to counter to Davis, he will bring it in now. Harry Harley comes across. They'll have to cut it back here to Moss, but Puck got away from him, and that one will be cleared by Josh Maddock. Campbell slips it out wide to Callum Watson. Watson to go round Finn, but Finn upends him there just again with another hip check. Same effort with a follow-up from Dean Holland. He couldn't steer that one home. And then the Stars will clear it. 3 minutes to go now. Lawson thinks about coming out to play it. He will. Sends it around the boards to Dean Holland. Holland will collect just in front of his own bench and then drop back. He will take his time. He's going to try and take the pace out of his game as we edge nearer to the conclusion of it. As he slips it forward, Andy Finn comes across, stops Ross Murray, but then Murray will get it back. And Murray fires. And then Andy Finn's just drilled him into the net. Takes the net off. There's really no need for that with Turnbull having covered it up and Murray having skated by, but seemed a bit pointless, but Murray's laughing about it.
Yeah, Murray having a laugh about it. He was on the backhand there. He didn't get a hold of it, the full shot there, but he was ushered straight into the post. He could have went either way there, but he seemed to see the funny side and laughed it off with 2:36 left in this third period. Yeah,
as Edgar will go in for a draw, Murray will stay out on the ice. And it appears it will be Michael Bowman who will face Edgar for his face-off draw. 2:36 to go, Warriors 7, Stars 3. Bowman wins it, gets it back to Ben Davison, sends it around the boards along the opposite side, and then Chris Sykes can't control. But has to drop back, then will go again, slips it forward to Bowman. Bowman gets it out, across to Harry Harley, and then out to Edgar, who slips it forward to Murray. Murray looking to carry it in. Bowman and Emerson will crowd him out, and he'll have to go for a line change. 2:08 to go now as Edgar gets a cut back, but Richards couldn't gather. He was coming in through the slot, and then back come the Stars with Chris Sykes. Hasn't really been able to put his thumbprint on this game this evening. And some questions as to why he left Leeds. I think going in from the crowd right now as a shot from Johnson comes in. And then Warriors looking to try and get out in front of the Stars bench. But it will be the Stars who get it clear. 1:34 to go now as we get a stoppage. And then Jordan Barnes is having a word with somebody in front of the Stars bench. It's Emerson maybe. Emerson's going to the penalty box, so must have clipped or caught Barnes on the way through.
Yeah, Barnes having a few words. I think he caught him high. I'm not sure if it was an elbow or a stick, but Barnes has definitely got his feathers ruffled there. And Emerson's getting out there into the penalty box.
Yeah, it looks like there's going to be a penalty called on the Warriors as well for Barnes. I'm not sure why, other than Barnes displaying his displeasure at getting caught high up. So it looks like there'll be incidental penalties, and
should be even-handed, yeah.
Well, it will be, yeah. So I mean, quite what Jordan Barnes did to earn that penalty, I don't know. Other than saying he wasn't happy about it. But,
I didn't see much there. I've seen him complaining. He didn't make any contact or anything like that. So it was an interesting one, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think we're going to be 4-on-4. Andy Finn just asking the question with his bench here as to what they're going to go with. Well, the Stars only got 2 players out there right now, but Michael Elder. Oh no, there was another one hiding behind Emerson. So it is 4-on-4 then, which we should see till the end of the game, assuming there's no more penalties. As Harley winds a shot up, it's blocked away by, I think, Rubesh, who would come out. Still with the Warriors, with Holland looking to try and get this one sweet home, and the Warriors have scored. Get in the fast lane, Grand Marvis bingo game is ready to roll.
I think that was Harley who jumped on the puck right at the back post there. He's finished the wall, he's put it upstairs with the goalkeeper stranded. But that's an 8-3 game, and the crowd can relax a bit now. It looks like it's all over.
Yeah, Holland, who was lying prone on on the ice. He's leading the celebrations, but like you say, Dan, I think it was Harley who just come in, and it's now 8-3 to the Warriors. But Warriors are obviously easing their way to seeing this one out now. And a much-needed win, of course, with this being in the cup competition, their first win in the cup this season, and gives them a great chance of progressing. Of course, still another 6 games to go in the competition, but they'll be happy to get this win under the belt. And it is indeed Harry Harley who gets the goal.
Yeah, I've seen the beard. I know there's a couple of them got a beard in there. I wasn't sure if it was him or Johnson, but yeah, it was well finished by Harley. Good snapshot, high up into the goal when he was off balance, and that's number 8 for the Warriors.
And looks like the Stars are going to ice a couple of youngsters now, and Joseph Walls wearing the number 99 jersey. I mean, that's always a bit of a talking point wearing that, isn't it? I mean, you've got to have some confidence in yourself to carry that number.
Yeah, you've got a big name to live up to with the 99 shirt on. I think it's a little bit cheeky myself, but...
Me too, yeah, but there you go. As it comes through, and that will be gathered by Turnbull. And yeah, 49 seconds to go then, but yeah, it is a bit cheeky, really, isn't it?
Saying that though, it is a spare shirt. It doesn't have a name on, so maybe it's a team joke where whoever hasn't got their own shirt has to wear the 99.
Possibly, yeah. We'll go with that reason, as Ross Murray will take the draw. He wins it, and he will collect his own pass from behind the Stars net. 44 seconds to go then. Warriors 8, Stars 3. Still with Murray, as Andy Finn goes into the corner with him. Murray happy just to get it out now to Queenan, and then back to Ross. He'll wind one up, fires. That will be gloved by Mark Turnbull with 28 seconds to go.
Turnbull had a clear view of that from the point there with Ross opting for the wrist shot instead of the big slap, but easy save for Turnbull. Face off back in the Stars zone.
Yeah, and the Warriors win it. Murray gets it to Queenan, and then Murray kicks it to his stick. Murray trying to get behind Turnbull here, back to Ross, who will fire, hits Andy Finn, and he wobbled a little bit there, so apparently he's feeling that one now. I think it might have hit him in the collarbone, so a nasty hit, a nasty shot taking Andy Finn in the collarbone, but he seems to be okay. Let's hope he hasn't broken that, because that will be certainly a painful one if he has, as we're down to the last few seconds as we get a stoppage in front of the Warriors benches. Look like Ross Murray just having a look at the back of Reynolds' jersey, just taking that for maybe future use.
I think he was having a laugh about it as well, which you're going to come across that if you're using the Great Ones number, I'm afraid.
Yeah, that's right. So I think there's about 4 seconds left on the clock. It's not always clear to see with where the bulbs are. There's a couple of them missing, of course, on the scoreboard. But that will do it then, and the Warriors will claim their first win in the Cup this season. And well, I mean, you know, the Stars did rally a little bit at the start of this period, but once again the Warriors were able to weather that storm and come back out with a couple of goals of their own. Yeah, definitely. I think the change of goalkeeper was a good move. Turnbull come in, had a really good period actually. I mean, he got beat once or twice, but he did have a really steady third period, which gave the confidence to the rest of the Stars, who went on to get another couple of goals. So